Why you should start a social media marketing business. This is coming from someone who made 25 grand from his first video for his social media marketing agency. And I want to show you why you should start it, what you're going to understand, what you're going to learn, and how this can help you out from every single area of your life. Because you got to understand, marketing is a way of life. I've been involved in the marketing space for about the last 5 years now. I've literally been in it since I was about 15, and I haven't been charging high ticket up until now, and it has completely changed my life. Yeah, let's just go from there. So why you should start a social media marketing biz? The reason is because once you understand how to market, you understand how to close, you understand how to sell, and you understand how to influence people. So you sitting right there, I speak in such a tonality and in such a way that gets you to draw and continually watch my content, no matter what it is, whether I'm talking about the funny bald man or whether I'm talking about someone who's like an expert marketer like Bonnie Blue or anyone else. The reason you people follow is because I hook you and I grab your attention. You want to watch everything. You will not stop watching my content. And because I have such a beat and add such an unpredictability to it, you don't know what I'm going to throw at you next. Like, you won't expect me to throw you something about Bonnie Blue. You wouldn't expect the market to throw that at you. But here's a prime example of someone who knows how to market. But yeah, so you need to start a social media marketing agency today. So the reason why I say this is because there's a few key reasons behind this. So one of these is actually the importance of understanding human psychology. And what do you know what happens once you understand that's a brain, that's a brain, that's a brain. So once you understand how the brain works, you then get access to everything that's behind the surface. So you get access to how people think, how people believe, how people respond. And all these are important because guess what they have in common? You're selling to a human, because everyone is pretty much built the same. We have needs, wants, desires, and pains. So we all have those. We all have a different level of what our needs are, what our wants are, and what our desires are, and how can we do this, and also what are our pain points. So this comes across when you craft a message. You've got to craft your message to be psychologically adept. You've got to make it so that you speak to that target audience in such a way that they just watch 5 seconds of your content and they're like, oh, there's maybe something here. Then they just keep on watching more and more and more. Or you create such a great ad that then you get them to watch the whole ad because it has such a good and such a well exposed front end. Like, the ad is like built so well that then this then allows you to be like, I should watch all of this. Or maybe I've got a feeling that he's speaking to me. Like, you feel it in your heart. You're like, it's like music to my ears. And the ad feels like it's being spoken to you, because this is the importance of understanding psychology. Psychology is the most important thing to understand. Psychology, which is also marketing, which is also comes in 2 key skills, marketing and sales. They both link to each other because they both use the same key elements. So these two are intertwined. Once you understand how to market, you also understand how to sell, because marketing and selling is the same thing, because you're selling to one person. That's the key. You're selling to one person, but you're selling it to many. Marketing is sales on a much bigger extent. So if you can sell to one person, you're selling to many other people with the exact same problems. Even if it's still worded one way, you can still get hundreds of thousands of millions of people to buy. Look at apps like The Real World. Look at stuff like School. There's hundreds of thousands of people on there. People are buying stuff every day because they have crafted one message that speaks to everyone. And you got to understand that. Sales is capped because it's one-on-one. Marketing is not, because you speak to everyone. And you also show the depth of your ability, and you show how concernedly you can actually speak and know how to speak to people, which is then seen throughout your ads. So your ads, which are content. So your ads, so your ads are content. So what do you think about content? Content is a long-form game. Content, you need to be crafting content that speaks to your target audience. As I said, the needs, wants, desires, pains, whatever they are for your target market. You got to speak to them in such a way where they will be on the edge of their seat every time they watch your content. You've got to understand that. Every time they watch your content, they have to listen. They need to pay attention. They need to binge watch everything you are doing. You have to craft your audience to be your ride or you'll die. There is no in between. And this comes from the core principle of what the Chinese did. Yin and yang. Pretend that's a yin and pretend that's a yang. So you do this through polarity. You get people who absolutely love your content and will follow you to the edge of the earth. And you get people who hate you and will hate your guts and will do anything they can to basically try and make your content look like it is shit. So take a bet like this. So we take the good half, we use them. We also get these people to buy from us first. So once you know how to market, you can then you're literally already converting the client over. So the client's already converted over. Now you just need to sell them. You literally just need to sell them. Selling is difficult, but it is not that difficult because you've already built up that relationship and have already made that relationship clear that you are here to serve them. You are here to help them. So because they're in that part of the sales process, they understand that they're already buying from you because they like you as an individual. They like you as a person. They like your brand. They like that content creator who is working for you. But also on the other end is your secret admirers, which are also known as your haters. So your haters are honestly the best thing since sliced bread. The reason why I say this is because haters will literally the best free marketing. You've got to create your content to be so polarizing that you get people who will die from you and also people who hate you. The best people are your haters. You've got to realize that. The best people are your haters because you've touched on a nerve. You have touched on something that made them feel insecure. That's why they hate you. That's why they hate you. But secretly, you're willing to say the thing that needs to be said. You are willing to say the bold thing. You are willing to say it in such a way that you honestly just need to just talk, or you just need to create a reel. You just need to say something. And these people will try and bring you through the mud. But you've got to realize, hate is a double-edged sword. Every time they talk about you, all the energy that is being put towards you, that is gaining you more attention. So if you have more haters than lovers, you are doing something right. Because every person who's neutral is a pussy. You've got to realize that. Everyone who's neutral, it's got no feeling, you are not important. That is why you're broke. You are not important. You've got to realize that. So you've got to use the polarity of haters and lovers. Lovers are your best friend to start off with. Haters are your best friend in the long term because they will share your content. They will put your content in Discord groups. They will keep on getting more and more of your content to go and blow up more and more and more. You've got to realize that. You've got to realize the importance of haters. Haters are the best thing. Haters is why someone like me can get so successful because I have people in my hometown who are like, what the fuck? Why is this kid doing it? Why is he so much better than me? I went to the same school as him, and yet I'm sitting here working a trade, breaking my back, doing what I want. And this kid is creating content. He's literally fucking writing words on a screen and he's still making more money than what he does in a month. Fucking creating videos, which only take me, 15, 20 minutes maybe. That's not including the editing, but then I just edited to do that. Looking all fucking handsome, looking all fucking sexy on here, talking to you guys and helping you guys print more money. I've got access to crypto because you people are too much of pussies to do that. I've got access to this thing with better contacts than what you people have. You've got to understand that. They are jealous of what you want. They want what you want, but they don't have the balls to say it. You've got to realize that. That's why understanding psychology is the most important thing. You've got to understand the mind first before you can sell to people. You have to give them their needs, their wants, and their desires. It is the most important thing. Because even if you touch on a nerve of what they need, what they want, or if you word it in such a way that has a desire but also displays a part of their pain point, they will fucking crumble. They will literally buy from you and be like, you're my savior, give me my solution, you are my Jesus. Or if you provide one of their pain points and if you say it in such a direct way that actually makes them feel it, this can revolve in two ways. So obviously, the way I'm doing it now, you get people who love me, people who hate me. I don't really give a fuck. You will give me money at the end of the day. No matter what you do, you just talk about me. It's more energy, more time. The more and more my name is spoken about, the more and more energy, time, and effort people put in, the more and more energy I get back. and also allows these videos to be better. So if you touch on a nerve in such a way that makes the people break, you've got to realize that either one or two things is going to happen. One, they love you because you're speaking their language. Or two, they will not be able to stand you at all. And do you want to know why that is? Because you hit a nerve in such a way that made them feel insecure, that made them feel weak, that made them feel helpless. It determines based on how they perceive you is about how it's going to be affected in the long term. So that's why it's very important. That's the difference between haters and lovers. Just because you said it in a way that offended them, and because they're not willing to have the balls to say, hey, I've got a problem here, they want to be all basically, oh, I've got a massive stick up my ass, and basically be like that. That's the reason why they hate you. And use this to your own advantage. This will be the best wild cards that you have access to. Also, as I said earlier, so sales is speaking to one. Marketing is creating content that lasts forever, that can technically speak to everyone, but then you only get a percentage out of people who actually buy from you. So you've got to realize that. So if you want to speak to one person, sales is great, but the joys of marketing is because you create content that lasts forever, that speaks to everyone, but only the select few percentage of people will only listen and will only buy from you. This is a massive, massive advantage. This is why marketing overrules sales every day of the week. Because once you have the ability to speak to one, you have the ability to speak to all. Once you have the copy, the cadence, the linguistics, and also the ability to influence and understand psychology, you just win. You just win. And plus, imagine this. Now we have social media platforms. So we have Facebook, we have IG, we have TikTok, and we have Snapchat. These all allow you to create money. Oh, and also YouTube. These all allow you to have the ability of your word being multiplied to hundreds of thousands of people because you spoke once on a video like I am now. Your one word will be spoken 1,000, 100,000, 1,000,000 times. And a percentage of those people will want to buy. This is the importance of social media. This is the importance of doing stuff like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, even TikTok content, as well as YouTube. This is very, very, very important because one word is spoken more than 1,000 times. One word is on repeat till the end of time. Should be that straightforward. And also another thing we got to take into account, once you have, so you already have access to the social media platforms, now you just got to put a camera to your face and start creating content. You've got to start working on your copy, start working on your speech, start working on the way how you dress and how you present yourself, because these all play important factors. The way that you address yourself is the way that people perceive you. Look, I'm dressed in a fucking nice ass suit because I look like I'm the fucking king. I am the fucking king. You got to realize that. And also, the words you speak are magic because your words have the ability to influence. That's why people think with spelling, it is a spell put on them. Your words have the ability to influence, and your words have such power to them. And you've got to understand, once you say one thing, it has a butterfly effect. Because of how well you say it, what you're trying to say, and the point you're trying to get towards, which is multiplied infinite times. And then imagine if you gave Facebook or Meta or even Google money to boost your ads. Once you understand the psychology, once you understand how to speak, once you understand how to influence, your words will be multiplied forever. Because either A, you spend your money on time, which is what I'm doing right here. It's free content. I'm giving you free value. This will also create me more authority. This will make me look like more and more of an expert in my space, which I clearly am, because fucking look at me. Look at me. Look at my ability to speak. You should see my copy that I write. You should see the ads that we have done. You should see what I have access to, how to actually build a personal brand, and the importance of this and why you need it in your business and why all you people don't even know where to start. Please just do me a favor. If you have one action step for today, post one bit of content, but I'm also here to help. So join my coaching program down below and I will fast track your process because there is no reason being stuck in that internal hell forever. Because if you don't figure it out, it's either going to cost you money and time or just money and minimal time. I choose money and minimal time every day though. I have spent over $100,000 on coaches, mentorships, courses, and understanding both the light and the dark to life. That's not including the $200,000 worth of mistakes. That is not including the $200,000 worth of mistakes I have made over the past year and a half. So if you want to save yourself over 500 grand, or if you want to save yourself by literally getting access to about $5 million worth of information, I'd sign up, because there is no point being behind, especially in the fast age that we're moving at. Yeah, once you have the ability to speak, once you have the ability to influence, once you understand the light and the dark of the psychology and how you can use this to your own advantage without going on to the darker end of things. This will allow you to infinitely print money from your words, and you will not understand the power of your words, how you speak, and how you sell. Because it all links together. Once you give these people money, you print forever. Money will never be a problem again. And this is why understanding marketing and social media are two of the most important skills you can do. Understanding marketing, understanding how the ads work, understanding psychology. These are three of the most important things you can learn. The most important things you can learn. Because it's either that or you just stay stuck in your 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. And obviously, if you watch it this far, you do not want to be there. So if you really want to remain broke forever, the choice is yours, but you're the reason why you're broke as fuck, and don't be a lame fucking degenerate forever.